Tony thought I had a mustache when he tuned in. A comic villain mustache. Alright, so I'm going to be animating this guy and exporting the animations to Dragon Bones. So I've already got a bunch of animations in here, and I want to add a melee attack animation. And to do that, I need to actually do it in 4 different directions. So I need to make new frame labels. Copy this over because he's already facing the right way. And I'm going to do it kind of Zelda style where you won't see his weapon that he's carrying until he attacks. In this game, we're using Dragon Bones, which is a plugin, a skeletal animation plugin, and so all of his body parts will be swappable, and also the weapon that he's going to use is going to be swappable. And so I need to make sure that that's a movie clip. And I just noticed something. Looks like his spines on his head for some reason are not. There's a weird overlap between them. I'm going to have to fix that. There's the original movie clip. It looks like some of his head actually got weirdly overlapped also. Some of the art in there. I don't know, sometimes when you're sharing files in Flash, these weird corruptions happen and make me angry. That's not right either. I usually have these outlines grouped so that I can draw underneath of them, but for some reason I lost all my grouping. I might need to just delete this. Rebuild it because I have the head. Oh, this is my head clip. Flash. Or maybe Tony did this by accident. I don't know. Tony, did you do this? Did you mess up all my grouping in this file? I know you're watching. Lurking. This. Like so. My capture is broken. Okay.
Hey, do you know how to get the... Oh, are you doing something?
I'm broadcasting right now. See, it's good to broadcast because when your wife comes in to interrupt you to go do something in the house, then she walks out. So you can stay focused on what you want to work on. Alright, I gotta fix this. What's the dealio here? There we go. This is what I'm talking about, Tony. We have messed up. Well, I don't know, I'm blaming you. It's probably my own fault. I probably did this without realizing. I just need some material to work with. Duh. Tony says he didn't do it, but I'm still going to blame him. Refuse to blame myself for this mess. Ugh. Is there anything in my library that I might be able to... Oh yeah, there we go. That would work. See, this one is still separated into its component pieces, which is positive. See, because I can reuse this patch. Oh, still grouped. That's pretty close. And this is all a mess. Makes me just want to completely delete it and replace it with this. Because these are all still separated. I'll just steal some spines. Where are my eyes? I know those were separate pieces. Let's see how this looks. I think oh, I had to separate out the eyes anyway for dragon bones. So the eyes cannot be included in the head here. It's kind of picky about nested clips. It'll loop animations one level down, but it won't, because I have eye blinks going on with these eyes right here. It'll detect that if it's on the top layer, but if I nest it within another clip, dragon bones won't detect that. So I had to pull them out of the head clip. Looks pretty good. Hopefully this still works for Tony. I don't see why it wouldn't. That looks a little weird. The burned state. I'm pretty sure I had these spines more elevated on his head before. You know what I will do? I'll pull up an old one to compare with. Luckily I have this stuff backed up. Yeah, I just have them slightly, the spine slightly elevated. So that the back view looks slightly different from the front view. It's pretty close. And looking at how this lines up sideways, pretty close. Maybe it could be higher. Okay, enough of that. Enough repairing what was wrong before. Check the chat room. Alright, so now I'm back to what I originally came here to do, which is animate an attacking animation. And for some reason, this got slightly misaligned. Should be like that. And just so you guys can see how this works, you download Dragon Bones, install it, and it comes with a .zxp file that's a plugin for Flash. And then you can go up to your Windows and go to Other Panels, Dragon Bones Design Panel. And whatever you have selected in your library, go to Window, Other Panels, Dragon Bones Design Panel. And then you can click on Import. I'm not sure if this is showing up. It's not showing up on your screen. How can I add that? Nope, that was not it. I know there's a way to do this. One second, technical difficulties. Alright, screen capture. Capture that. No, still doesn't want to capture that. How can I get it to capture the... Maybe do a full screen? Well, I guess I can't show you guys this. There's a way that Dragon Bones integrates right into the Flash IDE, so you can export straight from Dragon Bones and test everything in Flash and see it immediately how it's going to play out when you import it into Starling. Anyway, it's not showing up for some reason. I'll have to look into it later. So we want an attack from the front. That's going to be Zelda style. You can't see the weapon, but I'm going to need to make a new layer. It's going to be below the head and above the hand, called weapon. Weapon, I have no idea what the final thing is going to look like, but in general it's going to be a melee weapon, so like a sword. So I'm just going to sketch a placeholder for now. It'll probably be, pretty long. There'll probably be varying lengths eventually in this game also of weapons, but I'm going to go with this for now. It's an easy way to symmetricalize what you're drawing. It's pretty decent for a placeholder. I'll fill it in so it won't be clear. And I'm going to turn that into a movie clip called Melee Weapon. And I'm going to mess with its registration point so that its registration point is right on the handle where the hand is going to grip it. And get its rotation point. If you double click the rotation point, it'll go to the origin of the clip itself. So there that is. And so imagine you're pushing a button. The cool thing about Dragon Bones is we can control the speed of the playback animation, so we can actually have a stat called speed, like attack speed, and have that affect how quickly this animation plays. But I still want to give it some frame, probably a frame or two, before the before it's really, that's a bit of a wind up before it's actually going to hit whatever you're swinging at, so you get an idea of some swinginess happening. Kind of an arc. I'm going to do an animation trick here where I do a kind of a blur with the weapon, so that I can do it in fewer frames but have it appear like it's moving quickly. Give the impression that it's moving through space, and give the player an idea of the area that's being covered by the attack, where the hitbox is. So it's going to start there, the attack. I'm going to go down a few frames and hit a keyframe and another keyframe, and then these are going to rotate. Like that. His other arm is going to flail back. Oops. Before I start moving stuff around, I have to add more keyframes. His feet are going to slightly move. Hiya. Kochow. No, his head's probably going to move too. Hiya. Lunging. Fwa. Hiya. Fwa. Fwa. Fshink. 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 Fushink. Fushink. What is this? It's a body. Oh, I'll keyframe that too. We'll just do the whole thing keyframes. And then this is gonna swing out to the side, a la Zelda. While he's starting to recover back to his resting state. Fushink, 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 fushink. Haha. I'll do a big swipe out. I'm actually going to go back and grab stuff as a reference point just to make sure he returns exactly back to his original starting point. I'm going to make this, when he winds up, have him slide back slightly. I'm just copying and pasting frames here. So there's a little bit of anticipation here. A little rotation. The wind up. Then conversely, with the actual attack, he's going to step forward slightly. Watch out. Shunk. 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 Probably have a longer follow through. Step slightly forward. Wondering if maybe I should have him go the opposite direction with this. So it's more of an overhead swing instead of a cross swing. Maybe I can do two variations for some variety that we could switch back and forth between. The shadow should really never move in any of these animations. A little bit more of a wind up. I know people hate the wind up. You want your attack to happen right as soon as you press the button, usually the player does, but if we're going to have a stat that has an attack speed, an attack delay, it's important to have that frame so that it doesn't happen immediately until you level up your stat enough that it becomes almost immediate, or it feels immediate. And I'll take out this first frame for the final product. I'm just using it to test right now to see the transition from rest. And what if I stretch this slightly for effect? That's pretty good. So once I get all these keyframes in and I feel good about the timing, then I'll tween them to smooth out the animation. What might be kind of cool is to do a little bit of a bounce on the recovery. So it's like one, bloop, 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 shaboink, shaboinking. Go like that. You just can imagine a blip, 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 shablonk, 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 shablonk. Alright, should we see how it looks tweened? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. What's this? Oh, that's my sword. I don't know if I want to tween, or do I? I don't have this. The sword disappears here. Should probably not have that happen. It needs to shrink into nothingness. Disappear, little sword. Shoot, shoot, shoot. Shoot. Shook. Shook. What? Let's stay a little larger. Shook. bloop. I'm gonna make that more extreme. Bloop. Shoop. 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 You guys are probably sick of the sound effect, but gotta do sound effects to make it feel right. Shoop. Shoop. Hello, Lasers MFG, and hello, Ferret from Armor Games. Welcome, welcome. Shunk. Zoom out to actual size. It's pretty good. Shunk. Ah, yes. Now you guys are like, oh, that looks pretty good. Move on, right? Not quite. We gotta go. In fact, I think I'm gonna remove this tween. And come back to just this. It's gonna be like fubonk, fubonk, and now Tony, I wish you were still watching. I think Tony went to go start his own stream. But I need a layer that is for effects. And so I'm going to make my own effects top layer. And I'm going to rough in a little blur animation here. Turn on onion skinning. So I can see, so the sword starts back there. I need to do like a little arc. No. So that's going to be pretty much the arc of the effects blur. And I'm gonna usually like to go something like this. So this is just rough. I'll go in there and make it more detailed in a second. Fushink, fushink. What-a-da. It's disappearing, the blur, slowly over time. So it's gone. So it's like fwa, shoo, shoo, yeah, funk. The only problem with doing it like this is if the length of the sword changes in the game, which it's very likely to, then this blur looks like it's the wrong size. I don't know if that's a big deal, something that I really need to worry about. Tony just gave me a link to his streaming channel, and I will post that in the chat. So Tony's helping me do the art, or he's doing the programming. He's actually programming the engine for this, and I'm doing the artwork. And then he's setting up things in the engine so that I can actually code the interactions between each of the battles. Here's the link to Tony's channel. Just posted it in the chat. Boom. Shoom. 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 And the cool thing about the latest version of Dragon Bones is I think I can make this slicing and this effects animation, I think I can make it a movie clip, and it will play the interior of the movie clip without me having to leave it up here on the top level of the timeline. Not sure if I should make this sweeping more of a grand arc. Looks pretty good. Alright, so I'm going to take this, cut the frames out, actually turn it into a movie clip. Melee swish. I'm going to take these other guys. Clear keyframes. Go into my movie clip. And paste. See now where'd they go. So this version of Flash that I use, which is like CS 5.5, has this cool edit multiple frames at the same time. So you can take all of these and move them down to where they're supposed to be all at the same time. Oops. Except you have to expand this to include them all. Okay. And that's just a rough, so I'm going to turn that into a guide layer. So it's kind of ghosted there. And zoom in so I can get more detail. Now, I get to kind of trace over it, but with a little more crisp granularity. So I'm pushing the greater than sign on my keyboard, which moves between frames in Flash. It's a shortcut, makes filling in stuff like this easier, so I don't have to keep switching back and forth between the timeline and everything else. Maybe a little bit more like that. Okay. And one thing that I usually like to do is effects. They generally don't play, they don't linger in the air at an even rate. And so I like to delay them slightly the further they go on in time, so they have kind of a slowing effect, like they're losing momentum. It's like fast at first, then slows down. So it's like boom, fade out, boom, fade out. It's a subtle little detail that just helps it feel more realistic, that it's actually easing out. It's being created quickly and then slowing down in time as it fades out. So now, if I want to see this in action, I'm going to turn it into a graphic and tell it to play once. It's like boom. Actually, I need some more time on this now. How long is it? It goes to 20. So 265 plus 20 is 285. So go like that. So one thing about this is, as I have it now, since the effects animation is merged with the swing, it's going to have to, you won't be able to interrupt this until the full animation is played, which is pretty long after the swing. And so I might have to ask Tony to overlay this this swing effects separately so that you can attack again quicker without having to wait for that FX animation to play all the way out. But I'll let him figure that out. Looks pretty good. I think I'm happy with that for now. Now, we got to do, so I actually need to name this differently. So when he's facing down, that's my 2 direction. When he's facing to the right, that's my 1 direction. 1 direction. And the 0 is facing up. So I need to change this to 2, attack 2. And then the next one will be attack 0. I think it'll be easier just to duplicate this and just flip some things around vertically to make the upward facing attack. So that's what I'm going to do. Copy frames, paste frames, and there we go, we have it duplicated. Now I can mirror the exact timing with everything, but have everything go the other direction. So first thing is, you don't need eyes in this direction because it'll be facing up. Deleted. And in this case, need to use a different body. I think I have the back of his body in here somewhere. Bod 1, bod 0, dude, oh yeah, there we go. So we need to flip it to dudebot 0. Swap. Okay. Swap. Okay. Swap. Swap. Check that out. It's facing away from us now. Actually, I should probably switch the head also to the backwards head. Whereas spines are a little lower. I keep checking the chat every once in a while if you guys want to ask any questions or whatever. Happy to answer them. I'll also tune into Tony's channel in a minute once he gets rolling. So we still want to keep the same sword clip. The difference is now, let's see how I did it back here and move. This way. Okay, so I have different layers for hand 1 back, hand 0 back. This layer is pointless. It has nothing on it, so I'm going to delete it. I'm going to clean up the end of my timeline a little bit. Little stuff like that bothers me. Oops. So I made it twice as bad. Okay, remove frames. There we go. Okay. So I got to flip the hands to a different layer. Hands. Hand. That's hand 0, this whole layer. So I'm going to take these, flip them down to hand 0 back. Oops. That worked. Like that. And where's my other hand? It's my weapon. Hand 1. And 1 back. Put a blank keyframe there. Now his hands are behind his body, which is how they should be when he's facing upwards. And I'm going to have to make a new weapon layer for when the weapon is in back. We'll name that weapon back. Remove the weapon. See, that's already looking more like he's facing away. Swinging in the wrong direction, of course. So here it's his right hand. Froid. So here I should probably do the same thing. Have it be, and here the swing goes from right to left. Here it's going to go from left to right. Flip vertical and flip horizontal. So that's the arc that his swing is going to take. So it's going backwards right now. And using the wrong hand. So, since that is the case, just gonna clear that. Get my weapon. Flip horizontal. There he is out there. And just to be consistent, modify, transform, flip vertical also. This one, modify, transform, flip vertical, modify, transform, flip horizontal. So, right around there. Modify, transform, flip vertical, modify, transform, flip horizontal. Over here. Think. Let's go in here. So his right hand is reaching across his body like it does here. Right hand reaches across his chest, goes out. Right hand reaches across his chest, goes out. And everything needs to slide forward. I think we're going to flip the feet. Hiya! And the head, we actually want to have go slightly forward this direction. Fwa. Fwa. Shink. Shoo. Okay. Am I using the right hand? How did that hand end up over there? Okay, I might have messed that up. Yeah, I think I did. Okay. This hand is going to go right here. This hand already over here, I think. Now it needs to be up here, holding the sword out. backwards. So he leans to his right, and here he's leaning the wrong direction. Wind up. His left leg goes out. Okay, so I have that one backwards too. That's better. And this guy also needs to step back when he winds up. Ah! Ah. So I did have the hands mixed up. That one's going to end up on the left, not on the right. You know what? I think maybe I should just redo this animation totally rather than trying to retrofit this old one. Wasted work, but it's going to look better in the end, and it's going to make more sense to me. So, that means I'll take my idle one, which top layer is the head. Head. Down there, paste. Blank keyframe. That way I'm sure that I'm starting from the right position and ending from the right position. So starting over, I can still reuse that effects animation though. At some point. So I need to drop in my weapon again. Okay. Then I'll just throw another one of these in. finish at. Start out by leaning to the right. Slightly back. Right hand holding sword, cocked for attack. I know I should have music playing or something to keep you guys entertained, but last time I did that I got a YouTube copyright claim because the music I was playing in the background triggered some YouTube copyright claim thing. So, no music. His right foot is back, his left foot is forward, his left hand is back. Shunk, shunk, shunk. Wind up, swing, recover. Stretch it out. Bouncing back. A little bloop. Shunk, shunk. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Shunk, shunk, shunk. The sword should stay a little bit larger. Looks pretty good. Just pasting in some code so that I can test it in my little tester, see how it looks running full speed. But I have to add in the code for that. I'm testing it right now. I'll add this to the that's how fast it'll play in the game. Shoom, 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 shoom. Unless Tony messes with the speed of it. It's pretty good though. I like it. I like it, I like it. Thanks, Rotten Mango. I think I'm going to tune into Tony's channel and see if we can streamception this. All right, there's Tony's channel. Oh, look, Tony has stuff moving around. Let me add that to my screen here. Tony, I'm watching you. Does he have chat in his thing? I don't think he does.
I'm going to refine
Send him a message.
position.
Tony, you're a stream within a stream. He's doing boring stuff. Look at him coding something called touch bush.
Turn those guys' notifications off.
This is funny. Flash Builder. Who's heard of such a thing? Always testing it, but it has the wrong name. It has the secret name.
Just made.
He's making stuff touchable. So that's what touch bush means. I was thinking something totally different. That should be more called spin bush, though, Tony. Screen within a screen within a screen. Oh, that's because I keep switching back and forth. There we go. See, Tony was smart. He put all his music credit in his YouTube page so YouTube wouldn't get mad. Well, you guys bored of watching Tony yet? Should I go back to work? Yeah, probably. I'll come back and visit again. Hopefully his bush touching has progressed when we come back. Okay, so we got two angles of attack. We really only need to do one more because when I do the side angle, Tony can just flip that to do the other side, and I think we chose to do right facing, yeah. So position 1 is going to be the side view. So attack 0, attack 2 I've got done. Now I need to do ATK 1 and go back over here to I wonder if I need to instance name my stuff. I better do it just to be safe. My instance name is web. 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 And there's a hidden web in here. Weapon. Web. Okay, that's called web. We got to do it on this one. Web. Instance naming. Let's code find your objects from the outside. It's just a smart thing to do. It doesn't take a lot of time. It would have taken even less time if I had named it when I started, and then every time I duplicated it would have been duplicated also, but didn't think of it. Okay, so idle 1. Yeah, that's my side view. And it starts on I0. We'll go down here. I0. All the way down to here. Paste. Clear keyframe. Remove the tweens. These broken tweens. All right. Boom, 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 what do, boom. Back. Turn sideways. So, need another keyframe. We need to get our weapon. Gets the weapon. Put it back here. Okay, that should have us back in normal range. And for this one, it's going to be the wind up. Hurrah. Wind up and this wing is going to go right there. I don't even need this. I don't even need this pen. I'm doing it all with the mouse. Don't even need this pen right here. Whack 'em. Wah. So it's like wah, fwa, fwa, wah, fwa, pwa, fwa, fwa, pa, fwa, pa, fwa, pa. Whoosh. Disappeared. Shum, fa, shum, ha, sha, shum, shum, shunk, shmunk, shmunk. Shum, shum, shum. So this guy we're going to stretch out to make him more cartoony. This guy we're going to squish also to make an impact recovery. Flunk, flunk. See how that looks tweened. Whoa, what's up with the eyes? What's up with your foot? Getting way off down here. Foot. Oh, am I missing a foot? Did I lose a foot somewhere? Oh, foot 0 side. Okay. Now you're behaving. Now that I clicked on you. Shrink. Shrink. Flunk. Flunk. Shrink. Like a little switchblade. I'll catch ya. Fwa. Ha. Fra. Now we'll get our effect. Rotate it. Boom. Shoom. You're standing sideways and you go fwa. Fwa. So we don't want a tween there. We want it to be immediate. So there's a load up and then boom. Boom. Yeah, even though I didn't draw that effect from that perspective originally, I think it still looks fine. Shunk. Shunk. Funk. Could make it look a little more slanty like that. Helps sell the cross action more. Shunk. Shunk. Yeah, I'm pretty pleased with that. All right. Now, if I test this again, is it going to show up in the broadcaster. It does. Sweet. I just need to add it to my list of animations. ETJ1 in my code. Now I test. Bigger. Bigger. There we go. And you can see it more close up. All right. So you got the walk, you got the resting side, the moving to the side, got the up rest, got the up walk, got the burn state, which is pretty cool when you see it in a game. Attacking up, attacking down, attacking to the side. I think I might want to center that more on his body, since it's slightly different perspective. Okay, good test. So I want to move this down so it's kind of like that. Kind of it curves, cradles around his body. I think that's going to look better. Boom, 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 da, 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 da. Yeah, that looks so good. I might do that with all of them. Let's have this kind of cradle around his body more. Yeah, that looks kind of cool. Like so. Yeah, I think that's going to look better. Going to sell the effect better. Yeah, I like it. Do a little more stretchiness on this one. Yeah, I like. What do you guys think? Looking at you, sitting right there. What do you think of the animation so far? All right, I think I'm going to be done streaming for now. I'm going to export this for Dragon Bones, make a little package to send over to Tony, and so yeah, something to implement. Thanks for watching, everybody. You guys rock. Hopefully, be doing this more often throughout the week as we try to bang on this game and get it to a point that it's somewhat presentable. Still got a long way to go, but I'm excited about what this game is going to become. It's going to be pretty cool. Lots of stuff in store, keeping most of it secret, but stay tuned in and maybe you'll pick up on some of what we're doing. Thanks for watching. Ciao.